Okay, so let's go back to the story, right? Um, so I go there, me and some of my uncles. We want to buy some cement again to build whatever we're building, and yeah, the guy, this Chinese guy, he was a bit like aggressive, right? Like defensive, like like us. It's funny, 'cause it's a funny experience though, because usually when it's black and black, right, we haggle a lot. We haggle for the price, bring it down, blah blah blah. We haggle so much, right? Oh, back and forward, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. But this time nobody was haggling, right? The Chinese man said 1 million something, right? It's Guinea franc, so they talk in millions, right? And nobody said nothing to my man. No one was haggling. I thought that was strange. Like, what's going on? Why you guys are not haggling, right? Is that have you come across that experience? If you do, let me know, right? Yeah, very interesting. Let me fix my color, by the way. Interesting experience, yeah. So yeah, very very. But yeah, the guy was a very strange. Where you have like 10 black people and there's one Chinese man and he's all controlling all of them, which is a bit strange. I'm thinking, why don't they just replace him? But anyway, it's a whole different a whole different conversation. Maybe I should have the reality of Africa. Maybe I should do another video about the reality of Africa. Those who sits in the diaspora and talk about, oh yeah, we might need to, we need to protect Africa. We need to do that. Man, Africa is this, Africa is that. The infrastructure is terrible. Maybe why don't you come down here and do something about it? If you really into your struggle and stuff and you want to really solve problems, don't sit in Europe. Come here, come to the reality, no fantasy nonsense, but anyway, I don't want to go into that conversation. There's a guy called Franklin, by the way, who I really listen to a lot. There's a brother called Franklin. It's called Franklin he's a Nigerian man. I think he lives in London. Well, I'm not too sure. I believe he lives in London, right? And he talks about, he pretty much get these stories coming in, how things are bad in Africa, like especially in Nigeria. Like the theme is, of course, he wants to help the diaspora to have an understanding toward Africa, right? Don't be stupid. That's what I think his theme is in the grand scheme of things. He's telling you not to be stupid. Be wary of coming to Africa and trusting family members, because they're going to eat your money. Don't be stupid. Yeah, they're going to eat your money. You wouldn't do the same shit in Europe, so why the hell would you do it here? There's a famous book called The Richest Man in Babylon, right? If you read that book and if you know what I'm talking about, there's a story of is it Akkad, and he wants to be the richest man. He has no money, and then there was another richest man there, was telling him the story how he could become rich. There are a few steps. The moral of the story is to save 10%. All I own is mine to keep. That's the moral of the story. And make the slaves of your money, right? So there's a story in particular where he's made some money, he's saved some money, right? And then he goes and goes to a brickmaker for the brickmaker to buy him some gems, right? So like stones, like it's like diamond in a sense, right? And then he went back to his teacher and said, oh yeah, I had a great investment. I gave it to the brickmaker to buy me stones to the next city, right? And then the rich man is saying to him, oh, you idiot, you fool. You don't go to a brickmaker about investment, right? You go to a financial advisor about investment, right? And yeah, there was something in my let me move that way. Yeah, so this is the story of the moral of the story, right? If you want to do investment, yeah, you go to an investor and you ask him for advice. You don't go to a brickmaker and you ask the brickmaker for advice. That is the moral of the story. But anyway, yeah, maybe, you know what, I'll put a description on this book. It's a very wonderful book, and I think everybody should read it. I think all Africans should read it. All original man should read it. Another story. Okay, guys, do subscribe. It's funny because I started this YouTube channel as a first, the whole idea was coding. Because I know a few programming languages. I thought, okay, let me teach you guys coding, right? And then for some strange reason, I started teaching Fuller. I don't know where. And then there was a particular a woman in America that really liked the Fuller, and it's like, yeah, you have to do another one. I stopped doing it because I don't have time now to do the Fuller. Because I made an app, because I was getting so many requests to finish the videos. So I made an app, a Fuller app using Flutter. I'll put the description also, so again, go and watch it. Well, it's in the Play Store, so you could go and download it. It's called Fuller to English, and it was done by TechRise. So it's a website I'm running, right? TechRise Media, that's the name. That's the original channel name for this one, but I've changed it to Rise with Jallo, right? Possibly might change the name again soon. So if you can't find me in the future, I did warn you about this. Anyway, so the channel now, I'm gonna just talk about random things and mostly towards Africans. Okay, I gotta go. Talk to you guys soon. Like and subscribe.